time.
You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters. The first time you heard me say that Sean Combs was a sex trafficker, and you said I was a liar because I was jealous, because I wasn't his girlfriend, because I wasn't successful in the music industry, because I didn't have a hit record, because I didn't live in a mansion, because I didn't have diamonds. You said all of these things about me.
Jaguar Wright cited P. Diddy's well-known parties as well as the disturbing dynamics in Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher's lives. Hold on tight as we explore these astounding revelations, because Wright has sparked discussions that Hollywood's elite have been trying to stifle for years.
You fucking right, I go to Diddy parties, which is where people like me step in. So walk motherfuckers out! Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. Why would they talk about it? Who is there to go to? Who's gonna fucking help them? What HR department do you know of that works for any of these labels?
Yeah.
When have you ever heard of a sexual harassment suit being publicly acknowledged in the entertainment industry at all? Never. Not in entertainment.
Tupac. Remember that one? That was.
He was the only one.
Yeah.
You saw how that turned out.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah, no, guilty.
That's why they do it. To make you an example. To remind you what they're willing to do to keep things the way they want them. It's intimidation. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another.
By exposing hidden truths and speaking out against the secrecy that has long kept them mute, Jaguar Wright illuminates the agonizing reasons why many women wait years to disclose abuse at the hands of influential music industry heavyweights like Diddy.
Considering everything that's going on with the Israelis right now and the war and the this and the that, you know, seems like you would be more interested in that, like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were before.
Jaguar Wright revealed the surprising developments in Ashton Kutcher's romantic life, emphasizing how his relationship with Mila Kunis on that 70s show ended suddenly not long after he became closer to Diddy's circle and eventually married Demi Moore. WR claims that their relationship had more ulterior motives than first appears.
And his Diddy partying became a set. Like, there's a lot of that's government-based going on. You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore.
Rumors abound as Wright discusses Demi Moore's impact on Ashton, raising the possibility that Moore engaged in some odd and maybe harmful behaviors. There are also hints of disturbing behavior surrounding her daughters, which fuels the flames of Hollywood's darkest secrets.
Drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters. I'm glad, I'm sure you're glad, like Bruce Willis has dementia right now.
Oh. Now, Demi Moore has a wild movie out. I forgot what it's called, but I'll Google it. Yeah, The Substance.
He went right back to Mila, though. He went right back to where he wanted to be.
You know, age appropriate.
Not even age appropriate.
Jaguar doesn't hold back when discussing more links, such as Demi Moore's well-known previous relationship with Bruce Willis, who is currently suffering from dementia. The story of the former power couple is examined, making people wonder what else could be hiding beneath their well-polished public perception.
Did you ever go to a Diddy party?
Yes.
And what was it like?
A Diddy party?
Is it like what they have in the media or
off the hook?
Off the hook.
And whenever they went into the quote-unquote alleged other section, I was never there.
You were gone.
That's like, I think in general, getting away from Diddy, and God bless him and whatever else he's dealing with. I don't beat people while they're down. That's just not who I am character.
As Jaguar Wright purportedly leaked video from a party at Diddy, a night full of secrets and whispers of Hollywood's shadowy side, startling revelations are emerging. Just when you think it can get any wilder, let's enter the shade room and have a closer look as Tyrese shares his experiences at these infamous gatherings.
No one can erase his legacy. Bad Boy Records and Faith Evans and Biggie and Craig Mack and 112 and Total and I mean mogul. I mean, I don't know what all that other is going on or allegedly, but man, you know, legacy is legacy, man. You know, surviving Neverland. Did that stop you from listening to Michael Jackson after the documentary came out?
Tyrese didn't hold back when asked if he had ever been to one of Diddy's parties. He said that these events are beyond most people's comprehension, with energy off the hook frequently transforming into a completely different atmosphere. As the evening wore on, he acknowledged that he kept his distance whenever the crowd veered toward what he called an alleged another section.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company. Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy.
That's real, yo. The more money you make, the more problems you get.
As information comes to light, it is evident that those who question Jaguar Wright should offer her a heartfelt apology for her courageously speaking up against Diddy years ago. She kept her ground when few were prepared to listen.
He told her he was going to kill Biggie. She knew it was going to happen. She was purposefully not by her husband's side that night. It happened, and she was told she had to lie about it. And guess what? That lie held up until that boy turned 18, and he started having ideas of what he wanted to do with what he inherited, because the paperwork was set up for Faith to not be able to receive a dollar from Biggie's estate unless it was for little Christopher. And she only had one child with Christopher. The other children who required taking care of and feeding and all of them couldn't be fed off of Christopher Wallace's money. They weren't his kids. See how that works?
According to Jaguar Wright, Diddy told Faith Evans about his intentions to fire Notorious big, putting a pall over previous incidents and igniting fresh interest in their complicated relationships.
Nobody had to look at him for real. And the truth is nobody did. Everybody laughed and joked about him dancing like a idiot in all them goddamn videos, twirling around in circles. This nigga been wild, like, you know. So I'm just saying.
Jaguar Wright has sparked controversy once more, this time with shocking allegations that have taken the entertainment industry by surprise. In an open admission, she claims that other A-list celebrities, including Demi Moore, engaged in behavior at one of Diddy's renowned parties that is generating a lot of concerns. As we learn more about what Jaguar says he saw and heard that evening, stay tuned.
They didn't know, and he wasn't telling them. They just know he got the budget. He go to LA, he talk to Clive, he come back with the bread. Apparently, he has this man's confidence. Yeah, I'm sure that man was very confident with his penis.
Jaguar Wright didn't hold back when she said that these parties frequently involved more than just music and dancing. In her opinion, Diddy would use these events to keep control and create an atmosphere where anything goes without anyone questioning it. She also hinted that prominent Hollywood figures, such as Demi Moore, occasionally participated in activities that would shock the public if they were ever made public.
Do you know the salacious story behind Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher's divorce? Background very quickly, these two had a 15-year age gap when they met. Ashton was 25, no kids. Demi was 40 with 3 kids. They met in 2003. They got married in 2005. So the media really hated these two. They gave Demi such a hard time about her age, but they seemed really rock solid for maybe like 5 years until 2010 when things were very clearly going wrong. Thanks to Demi's memoir, it's called Inside Out, we actually know a lot of what could have been going wrong. We know a lot of her side because she wrote all about it. And she says her marriage problems with Ashton can be dated back to when he asked her to bring a third person into the bedroom. And not just once, multiple times, according to Demi. Here's a passage from the book. Ashton was less and less present. I went into contortions in an attempt to fit the mold of what he wanted his wife to be. I wanted this marriage to work, and I was willing to do whatever it took to jump through any hoop. So when he expressed his fantasy of wanting to bring a third person into our bed, I didn't say no. I wanted to show him how great and fun I could be. Curiously, Demi says it was this decision in their marriage that really blurred the lines of fidelity for Ashton, in her opinion. On September 1, 2010, Star magazine actually started sniffing around these two. They published a story that had the headline, "Exclusive, Ashton Kutcher caught cheating on Demi Moore." That story said he had been seen kissing a young hot blonde at Madeo restaurant in LA, and then 2 weeks later they doubled down. Despite Ashton threatening to sue them over the first story, Star magazine then published another story 2 weeks later titled "Ashton Cheats Again with This Girl, 21-year-old Tells All," and yes, they interviewed the 21-year-old. According to Demi's memoir, this report was true. She wrote, Ashton had slept with the 21-year-old at our home when I was out of town. I remember the night they met. We were at a bowling alley with Rumor. He went to switch out our shoes. She gave him her number on a napkin. They tried to make it work. They did marriage counseling, but then Radar Online delivered the final blow. They published another report in 2011 accusing Ashton of cheating again. Of this, Demi wrote, "How dumb can you get? You couldn't at least have found a way to cheat on me quietly, to privately break my heart without dragging me through a public gauntlet of humiliation?" He admitted it right away. Things got even messier from there. If you want to hear every twist and turn, we have a whole series about it. It's all live in your favorite podcast app right now. Just search for Shameless, Ashton, and Demi.
Their breakup was formally revealed barely 2 months after Radar Online published that article, which stoked rumors about what actually transpired behind closed doors. The timing has admirers going over the specifics with renewed interest.
Everyone else was witnessing my body flailing. My daughter terrified that she was going to see me die right in front of her. And within me, I was in a place that was thinking, wow, how did I get in here? Isn't this interesting? And then my very next thought was, oh, I wonder if I can get out. And all of a sudden I was back in my body. And I think it was a moment that I was somehow being given a choice.
You think it was that close?
I think certainly emotionally it was. I think something had to give. When you come up to those places, you either go in or you go out.
It's the title of her new book, which she says has a purpose.
Sharing of myself in a way that if it can elevate or open someone else to loving themselves a little bit better.
The timing has fans re-examining the scenario with new curiosity and scrutinizing the hidden specifics. Their split was confirmed 2 months after Radar Online published the article, igniting heated conjecture about what actually happened behind the scenes.